You know, I've been thinking lately, guys. Why does it seem like all these game journalists are hating on the Marvel Avengers game? Like, are they justified? Or are they just plain wrong? Let's talk about it. Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics, Marvel's Avengers. Now, at first thought, you'd think, wow, a legit Marvel Avengers RPG, and it's gonna be a long lasting game as a service? Like, so you're telling me a Destiny esque Avengers game? Where they're gonna add new characters and they're gonna continuously update, give us new storylines, new maps, new everything, new abilities, new armor, character skins, all this amazing content. And they said for free. And even PS4 players are gonna get a little exclusive first taste of everything. You're lucky if you're a PS4 guy, you'd think, right? So all of these good things I just mentioned, why does it seem like all these journalists are kind of either turning a blind eye to the game, not excited for it, or just like blatantly saying it doesn't look good? It's so odd to me. And it's something that I've been thinking about a lot because, in my personal opinion, every time I look at this game, I think, wow, I can't wait to play this game. Like, it looks so fun. Like, you can legit fly around a map as Iron Man or Thor. You can whoop someone's ass as Black Widow, Captain America. You can crush fools with the Hulk. And then they added Ms.Marvel. Like, how random to throw Ms.Marvel into the mix as one of the main characters in the beginning. Obviously, in my opinion, to, shed some light on the character for the upcoming series on Disney+. But, awesome. A character like Ms.Marvel coming in early? That means you're going to see more abstract characters throughout this game's life. Like, this all seems like epic stuff to me. And you have games that come out like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And yes, it's a loved franchise. It has nostalgia. But people see it and they go, this looks incredible. It's going to be great. Yeah, a few people, had mixed feelings about it. But when it was announced, people were excited to see a new Avengers style game. Like, they were happy to see something coming out like that. And to be quite honest, like, it was a good game. I liked the game, but it wasn't like anything spectacular. It wasn't, I guess you can lower your expectations for a game like that so you can be more excited for it, knowing what it is. But, like, you have a AAA game coming, made by Crystal Dynamics and the Marvel team. Like, why are you mad that this is happening? Why do you think this is going to be disappointing? It looks incredible. And it's a game as a service, and they delayed it already for you guys. They've said that they want to make sure that this game is done right. And then we recently get new footage, which I'm showing now, of all these crazy mechanics and upgrades you can do to your characters, the leveling up system. And then, not to mention, it's co-op online, like, and there's separate, like, game modes for co-op, and then you can even play it as a single player story. Like, it just sounds incredible to me. Like, this is gonna be amazing. Now, I've sat and tried to think, okay, if I was in their shoes, these guys obviously got a first look at the game, right? They got to play some demos of it at the events last year in 2019. When the first announcement of this game dropped, or the first reveal of the game dropped, there was a trailer that came out, and a lot of journalists and a lot of people said they had mixed feelings about it. Now, I personally, again, thought it was pretty cool looking. Didn't feel bad about it. You could always hope for more, but why complain about something amazing that's coming? I mean, that's the way I usually look at things. And they got a hands-on behind closed doors, and they got a chance to see this game, a chance to see things that we didn't see, a chance to play a little bit of it, or at least watch a gameplay demo. I can't recall off the top of my head exactly which, but I'm sure a lot of these guys got a chance to play it now. And during this first look, they specifically said that it was odd that they showed what they showed because, gameplay reasons, of course, a lot of people want to see gameplay. And then they also said it was because that what they saw behind closed doors seemed better than what they showed to the public. Okay, isn't that a good thing, normally? Like, isn't that something that is supposed to happen? So that the journalists, they show a cool trailer for everyone, and then the journalists go, and they talk about what they got to see behind closed doors. They talk about, oh, this happened, and that happened, and this gameplay felt good, or felt like this, or did that. And it was cool. Isn't that how it's supposed to work in games journalism? I feel like there's this weird disconnect lately where these journalists who have been in the game for years just have these weird expectations of games that are almost unrealistic. What do you want from these people? They're doing an Avengers game. That should be enough in itself to take on such an epic task. And to make it a games as a service type game, that's gonna be an undertaking in itself. And they combined a ton of the different studios from Square Enix and brought in the Marvel game studios to make sure it flows in line with canon story. And MODOK is the main villain. That's an excellent choice. The game, all around, seems like it's doing everything right. Especially considering that the first time we see the game, they say they're doing all free updates. I'm sure they're going to have some way to monetize the game. They're going to do, extra character skins, some kind of pass, battle passes, maybe, cosmetic purchases, stuff like that, to help raise money as they continue to update and give us more content. And that's reasonable to me. That's the way, in my opinion, I prefer a game as a service. I want something that isn't going to price gouge me throughout its lifespan. If I want to get the update early, I'm not spending $40 for every update, like certain games, kind of like Bungie does to us all the time. But, It just seems like they're doing all the right things right off the start. They didn't even have a launch trailer and say, oh, we're going to continuously update the game, and it's going to be, incremental updates that cost money, and there'll be a season pass. And then everyone complains and then says, no, we don't want that, and then they make adjustments. No, that's not even what happened. They came out saying all the right things. And then journalists went back and said that the gameplay they saw was better than what they showed. Why are you telling us that the game might not be that great when you're also telling us at the same time that the gameplay was better than what was shown? And what was shown was pretty dope. And now recently we had the War Table event for Avengers. We got a lot more gameplay, and as I mentioned earlier, we got to see more mechanics, the leveling up and upgrading system, different character skins. Over time, we've been getting a lot of social media posts with a different, quick story tidbits. They're doing a lot of classic designs for the character skins, and, they're doing a lot of incredible stuff before the game's even out. It looks like they're putting the time in to make it worth your $60, make it worth your full price of a game. And it's a game as a service. No games as a service have done that recently. Most of them come out and you beat them in a day or two. There's not enough stuff to unlock. There's not enough upgrades. Everyone beats them in a week tops. And then they're done and they wait for the next update and they're frustrated because they're gonna have to spend $40 for an update. Well, this game isn't doing that. Sorry, this is a bit of a rant video because it's a little upsetting to me that journalists seem to have these super unrealistic expectations. And I would really like to know how you guys feel about this game. If please comment down below. Tell me what you guys feel about the Avengers game, because in my opinion, it looks incredible. We're going to be getting a ton of epic characters released through time as the game evolves. We're going to be seeing huge updates. I remember seeing stuff in the trailers like you can switch Iron Man's laser beams from like a fire type of beam where it will burn enemies along with the base damage, and then you can throw in radioactive attacks, like instead of fire, like instead of the burning like status effect, it's gonna cause radioactive status effects. So they're going full on RPG, and that's only one of his abilities. So you can make like one ability radioactive type, one ability burning, one ability have ice along with its base damage. Like, that's not anything like an Iron Man I know, and that's super fucking cool. Like, they're gonna take bits and pieces from stories in the past and integrate them, and then let you decide how you want to do it. You have your common, rare, or common, uncommon, rare, legendary, epic, different like armor pieces, and then they'll have different select abilities, and then like different slots in those armor pieces, so you can put like add-ons on those armors and be able to like just do these insane tactics and abilities, and then also be able to bounce abilities back and forth between characters, similar to like Ultimate Alliance, how like Iron Man can shoot his lasers at Captain America's shield and they'll bounce off of them. Thor can slam Captain America's shield and cause a shockwave. Like, if they do stuff like that for co-op and like do team abilities, and like the gameplay that I'm showing of like Thor just destroying these guys, wearing a t-shirt and jeans, rocking out in the campaign, just destroying robot after robot, like spinning his hammer around, slamming dudes. Yet they went out of their way to hire the guy from Sony Santa Monica that did the damn axe combat in God of War. They took him just to do the combat system for Thor. I'm sure he did other things as well, but how perfect is that? You take that epic axe combat from God of War, and you take the guy that did it, and you make him the guy who does Thor. Like, if they're doing things like that, it seems simple, but that is like the right move in all ways. Like, if you look through gaming and you go, okay, what guy would be best to do Thor? That's the fucking guy. It's him. It's the guy. They went and got him. That means they're doing that for all the characters. That means they're doing that for tons of stuff. And obviously they had some kind of deal with Sony here where they're doing like exclusive stuff. So Sony probably backed up a little bit of money to them. They're helping them out. They're getting developers over there, probably from like Guerrilla, Santa Monica, as I mentioned, like, and other developers, and having resources brought over to help Square Enix. You know, they're both Japanese companies. They have a close relationship. They tend to help each other. So for them to do all these things, it just seems so right to me. Like, and maybe, if we're lucky, because of the relationship with Marvel and Sony, being Spider-Man, maybe? Maybe when Miles Morales comes out, we get some kind of Spider-Man drop in the Avengers game. Maybe he's an exclusive character for Sony. Like, there's some stuff here that could be really interesting that they could pull off in this game. We could see characters from Black Panther all the way down to, like, Silver Surfer. Like, what? We could get new epic enemies like Galactus, or like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many storylines that could come into play here They could even bring in some of the X-Men now. Like, they have the rights to do that. There's so much potential in this game. And I really hope that the game journalists turn around a little bit. They look at what's in front of them and they make better choices on how to present this game to the masses, because it doesn't seem fair to me that they're making judgments before the game is out. They seem to be a little worried about the whole games as a service thing, and look, we've had issues in the past with that. I understand that's kind of reasonable, but on the other hand, you got stuff that just seems like they're making all the right moves. They read the room very well. Square Enix took note of all the issues with games as a service games. Like, they took note and they made the proper moves. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it comes out and it's a pile of garbage. Goddamn trash can fire. But I don't think it's gonna be, guys. I think it's gonna be an incredible game. And you can mark my words on that. I think 99.999% it's gonna be a dope ass game. They're even doing a beta if you pre-order the game. So if you haven't already, go pre-order that, because the beta isn't far off. It's July. It's coming September. It's only 2 months out, guys. Get on that pre-order. Get in the beta. If they're doing a beta, that also means that they're making another correct decision. Like, they want to test the game out. They want to get the feel for it and know what people think. Make some smooth adjustments. Get that game out there. I am super excited for this. It's one of my most anticipated games for the fall. I really hope that the developers or the journalists, are wrong. And we are about to get one of the most incredible games we've ever seen. Especially a Marvel game. This could be the best Marvel game we've ever had the chance to play. And I truly believe that. I think we're in for a treat here, guys. I'm excited. And again, let me know what you think. Drop it down in the comments below. Let me know if you're excited for this game, or you are more on these shitty journalist side where they're just, I don't know, guys, I'm kinda not impressed. Well, guess what? I am. I'm fucking impressed. And it looks dope. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna do a little rundown of the game. Talk about this. I can't wait. Love you guys. Much love. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button. Come check out our streams over on Twitch. We're gonna be playing a ton of stuff soon. Podcast tomorrow, of course. Be talking about this and a lot more every Friday. Live podcast. Come check that shit out. And keep on gaming, guys. Peace out.